The big story this evening, the Satyam sale process is indeed reaching its climax. Today, board member Deepak Parekh confirmed that the bids will be opened at 10 o'clock on Monday. And if things go well or as planned, the winner could be found on the same day itself. On What's Hot Tonight, we ask, who will win this bidding game? Joining us is Sudin Apte of Forrester from Pune. Sudin, many thanks for joining us. Forrester has put out a report explaining the various risks and scenarios that the process is likely to throw up. What are essentially your concerns about this stake sale process? Your report seems to suggest that the deal will perhaps fall through.
No, that's a little exaggeration of one point in our report. The report primarily is about, there are multiple bidders, so how do you evaluate bidders and its impact? Now, when we started the report and we started talking to clients as well as bidders, we realized that there's a lot of concern. And based on the concerns that several bidders expressed to Forrester, we believe that there is one scenario that the deal may not happen. The primary reason why we are saying that is our belief is that there may be possibility that several bidders, for want of information or for possibly substantially higher risk than they anticipated, may actually exit the fray. But that's just one point. The report really is about how clients need to look at bidders and variety of scenarios.
All right, Sudin, you expect the bidders to actually exit. As we speak, the board has decided that the bids will be opened on Monday. I'm talking about the financial bids. We understand that possibly even the winner will be announced on the very same day. So what are you telling clients of Satyam in the light of this?
I think, surely clients are concerned. I spoke to roughly 41 to 42 clients of Satyam. Some of them are very sizable clients. And when I spoke to them, obviously there is a concern. See, if you look at the diverse set of bidders, right from very large Indian industry conglomerate to top multinational company to telecom service provider, there's a very large set of bidders which are making at least rounds in media. So based on that, the clients are concerned. With every bidder, there is a class of clients who is not happy. If, for example, now these are all scenarios that we are talking about, and I don't intend to say that the names I'm going to use are actually bidders. But if you look at, some of the scenarios, say for example, if L&T buys it, then there is some companies like, say for example, financial service organizations who are concerned about L&T buying it. On the other side, if a tier 2 company buys Satyam, then there are a lot of companies who believe that this size of company may not be in position to deliver their multi-million-dollar, hundreds plus employee ODCs that Satyam currently does. If somebody who is not IT company buys this, then there's a very large set of clients who are concerned about their ability to understand the business and deliver solutions.
Sudeep, in your assessment, what about the 8 or 9 bidders that we've been talking about? Who is the best bidder among them? I mean, if 8 or 9 is the right number.
No, I was saying that the other way to look at how the bidding process is pursued by client is for every bidder, there is a segment of customers of Satyam who are not happy. The best bidder to me is the one who has a minimum dissatisfied clients.
Right, Sudin, the bidders or the potential bidders have gone through the due diligence process. They've gone through the RFP and the EOI stage. There is no indication from the board that there have been any changes to the interest level, and we understand that the bids will actually go through at 10 a.m. on Monday. Do you expect bidders to exit from here on? What concerns do you actually have on that front?
I think I believe that there has been. I don't want to really create further rumors, but I believe that based on my conversation a week ago, there were some bidders who had reservations. And I don't want to say that so the reservations were primarily about two classes, or two areas. One was about what is the real Satyam's business, what is the liability, and second thing is that if they buy, how many more clients will exit. So there's an uncertainty about business, uncertainty about legal liability.
So then you spoke about bidders like L&T and IBM and Tech Mahindra. Who do you think stands the best chance to win?
I think there is no really a confirmed news. These are all, I think, some way of speculation about number of bidders and who are bidders. Except few companies like, say for example, L&T and earlier round, iGate, now possibly Tech Mahindra, who have openly said that they are bidding. But I really don't know all 8 names, and no one really can, apart from possibly Satyam's board, can say all 8 names, or if there are 8 or more or less. Having said that, I think, if we had to really do crystal gazing and do some guesses, my belief is from multinational camp, IBM fits the bill best, and from Indian camp, in the lot, I think L&T is a good bidder for a range of reasons. Our belief that for L&T's case, they have substantial service line overlap. They understand SAP, which is Satyam's larger line of business. They understand manufacturing. They understand aero, auto type of verticals, which is not very common in Indian IT industry. They have substantial enterprise application, and they have engineering background. In addition to that, L&T as a company understand Indian stock market. They have ability to pull through the deal. IBM, because I think they still need and they still want to ramp up their offshore scale, so they possibly can be very keen to build offshore facility. They do have a substantial M&A experience, including India. They did acquisitions like Daksh, which qualify them to do another acquisition in India. More than that, a lot of clients actually sort of appreciated a multinational company buying because they believe that some of the issues related to governance would be better handled by multinational or American service provider.
All right, Sudin, we know about the players who are definitely in the fray, and of course it's Tech Mahindra and L&T, but for the benefit of Satyam and its clients, would it be better if a tech company ran Satyam or a PE fund, because we also understand that Wilbur Ross is in the fray, with or without somebody that we don't know?
I think, from client perspective, I think as many as 35 to 40% clients I spoke to for this particular report told us that they're not very happy with private equity company buying it or individual investor buying it. Why? The logic is very simple. They believe that uncertainty don't exist completely, or uncertainty still exists in some way if private equity company buys it. The general perception of a client was, if a private equity or investor buys it, then there's a possibility that they're further selling it after lock-in period or immediately after lock-in period. So again, 2 years or 3 years down the line, there would be a similar trauma that they'll have to go through if company ownership again changes hand. On the contrary, if a company which is committed to IT business or IT services company itself buys it, then they obviously have intention to run this company on a long run basis. A lot of companies also told Forrester that they really don't believe Satyam as a brand will continue, and that brand has a future to grow and build a next generation IT services company.